Hey guys, what's up? Shin05T5 here, coming at you with another video. And today's video might be the video that gets me crucified because I genuinely believe Ape Escape is a better game than Mario 64. I said it, I know like the truth is hard to hear, but it's true. Actually I recently played through Ape Escape and I absolutely loved it. And it got me thinking about comparing it to Mario 64, and the reason why is because back when Ape Escape came out on the PlayStation 1, that was really Sony's answer to Mario 64. It was like the Sony's first like real like 3D platformer. And it was really like in response to Mario 64, Sony's like, okay, we're gonna make like this Ape Escape game to kind of be our 3D platformer. And now I'm not taking, and for the purposes of the video, I'm not factoring in like how impactful the game was, or like the appeal of it, or how many copies are sold. I'm not taking any external non-game factors in, because if we do, then Mario 64 obviously is gonna win. But if you just look at it from like game to game, comparing like how it performs in like each category, I think Ape Escape really does beat Mario 64 out. Like, for example, graphics, Ape Escape looks better than Mario 64. It just is. Either if you, like, even the PlayStation 1 compared to the Nintendo 64 version, the PlayStation 1 version looks better. Like, it just does. There's, like, more detail in the environments and the character models. It just looks better. Than Mario 64, because like Mario 64 on like an actual 64, it looks rough. I know a lot of people think of Mario 64 from the Super Mario 3D collection, where it's all upscaled and looking nice and crisp. It did not look that way on the Nintendo 64. It was rough. And again, if you're gonna look at like an upscaled version of the game and compare it to like, you're gonna have to compare it to the like PSP version of Ape Escape, where they like redid the models and stuff, and like made it look crisp and clean. So again, it's like even this version of Ape Escape still looks better than this version of Mario 64. This version of Ape Escape looks a lot fucking better than this version of Mario 64. Even if you take into like account like the DS remake of Nintendo 60 or Mario 64, Ape Escape on the loose on the PSP looks way better, like way better. So I think graphics wise, Ape Escape takes it. Music-wise, Ape Escape takes it. Like, you can't deny how hard Ape Escape slaps. Like, the soundtrack to that game is fucking phenomenal, dude. I listen to it, like, when I do, like, my drawing and stuff. That's one of the playlists I'll just put on, is just the Ape Escape playlist. It's just easy to listen to. It has a good beat and a good rhythm to it. It's just perfect. I'm never listening to the Mario 64 OST. There's a few good songs in there, but like consistently, Ape Escape has a much better soundtrack. So Ape Escape takes it in soundtrack. And I think the real big thing that like Ape Escape takes it and makes it better than Mario 64 is the story. Mario 64 really doesn't have a story. Bowser kidnaps Peach in her own castle, and then that's pretty much it. Then you collect power stars, and then you fight Bowser. Yeah, he does kind of like taunt you a little bit when you're like meet him in like the boss fights, but it's just like a line, like a text box of dialogue, and that's about it. But in Ape Escape, you play as Spike. There's like a bunch of like side characters like Natalie, the professor. Your friend Jake gets brainwashed and becomes like your rival. Spectre is such a great villain. I'm not comparing it like outside factors, but the Bowser in Mario 64 is not as good of a villain as Spectre is in Ape Escape 1. In that, when you can like directly compare those two versions of the characters, Spectre is a much better villain in Ape Escape 1 than Bowser is in Mario 64. It just is. Spike actually talks with him. There's like cutscenes of him and Spectre going back and forth. And all in all, they give Spectre more of a personality. Again, when you're comparing just from Mario 64 and just from Ape Escape, Spectre is the better villain in the games. That just is. And the storyline for Ape Escape, I think, fits better with the theming of the game. Because, like, in Mario 64, you're jumping into, like, paintings and, like, the levels, there's really no, like, theming to them. There's kind of, it's just, like, some random bullshit all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bomb Bomb Battlefield. I love the snow levels. I love the level with, like, the sunken pirate ship. But then there's some levels, like the Rainbow Road one, where it's literally just, like, blocks floating in air. And, like, so I think, the way the levels are staged in Ape Escape are much better. They have a better theming to them. And they make more sense in a story perspective. And they're really good, too. Honestly, like, playing through Ape Escape again, I don't think there was, like, really a bad level. They're all pretty solid. But in Mario 64, there's some levels that, like, you know, I really don't like. Like the Rainbow Road one, because that level sucks. So, yeah, and especially, like, the Bowser levels, it's really just, like, weird, like, basic 3D shapes that you're jumping on. So, again, overall, I do think Ape Escape does have a better story, and the story does help in kind of, like, the level design and level theming. But I will give Mario 64, it does have better gameplay in terms of movement. Much better gameplay in terms of movement. Mario moves way better than Spike moves. The movement in Mario 64 is just fucking amazing. Even to this day, it's still amazing. So that's good. That's a point in Mario 64's favor. But I think even like the game length of Ape Escape is much better than Mario 64. Because again, it doesn't take that long to beat Mario 64 if you're just trying to get to like the end of the game. Because I think you only need like 70 power stars. But if you're going to do like a completionist run, it does become a pain in the ass. Where Ape Escape is a much shorter game. It's shorter because I feel like it's more direct. You just do the levels, and the best way to play Ape Escape is just to do the levels all the way to the end, and then once you beat the game one time and get all the gadgets, then go back, replay all the levels, get all the monkeys, and then catch Spectre at the end. That's kind of the way like I played it, and it was like, again, it was a very smooth, easy experience. Well, not easy, but like an enjoyable experience. And yeah, so when you factor in and you compare both games like pound for pound, I definitely do think Ape Escape on the Loose is the superior game. Just overall. Again, not taking into any external factors like impact on the gaming industry or how revolutionary the game was, but I think if you just directly compare Mario 64 to Ape Escape is the superior game. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think I'm completely wrong. If you guys need to crucify me in the comments, let me know. But I do think it was interesting because, like, on paper, I feel like this game should be more, like, renowned than Mario 64. But in actuality, Mario 64 kind of blows this game out of the water in terms of, like, relevancy. But, and again, the fact that this was, like, a counter punch to Mario 64, I think Sony did a very good job. I think they actually made a better game. It just wasn't as influential as Mario 64. So other than that, guys, those are my thoughts on this video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. That really helps me out. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later.